Okay, guys, morning everyone. Today we are gonna see, can emojis represent you? And we also uh, we are also going to see passive voice, okay, in the simple present. I ask you, let me stop your cameras, excuse me, stop your videos just for now, okay? Just for our explanation. And let's see here. Don't forget the deadline, okay? And the activity is worth 1 point until August 12th. As always, right? You have 6 days to do your activity. From last activity, answers from page 94. Can you list of all the places in this neighborhood? So you have to list some occupations. So we had a bank, we had a restaurant. You are supposed to write about the occupations about these places, right? So I suggested bank occupations, and here I also suggested for restaurants. Restaurant, we have managers, we have chefs, we have cooks, dishwashers, waiters, waitresses. But if you
Teacher,
had just a minute, Joanna. If you did a different one, you can tell me in the end, okay? No problem. There
teacher.
are some places, okay?
Nessa,
Uh, can you
tinha
tell
da.
me in the end?
Não, é rapidinho, teacher. Tinha
Hmm.
que colocar quantas dessas occupations
No, it was
sobre a places?
okay. It wasn't necessary a specific number. You
Ok,
had to choose a place and think about the occupations for that, okay? Could be more than three, okay? More than only one, so it doesn't make sense.
yes.
So three, four, okay?
I'm
And here,
putting my homework.
okay. On page 95, we have complete what is missing. So we have here the place, the person, the act, and the manner, right? So we have, for example, restaurant, the person, waiter, the act can be wait or serve, okay? And the manner, fine. It can be fine, it can be well, it can be with a smile, it can be respectfully. You choose, okay? In another one, I'll take another one. In a museum, for example, a person who works in a museum is a guide. The act is guide, to guide the people, right? And the manner, well, right? It can be also with a smile, fine, seriously, respectfully. Okay, you can choose. This here, the manner here is the way you prefer. Okay, there is no right or wrong. Okay. And here, read the sentences about occupations and places to work. You were supposed to choose the best word, A, B, or C, okay? My sister is a manager. She works with finance and operation in a bank. And number one, you have an ocean. Number two, you have a treat. Sorry. Number three, a restaurant. And number four, seriously, right? The picture about the urban planner, you were supposed to write what is the occupation. Easy peasy, urban planner, okay? It was just to make you think about this occupation, right? And you were supposed to write what you know and what you didn't know about the text, okay? Follow me on page 97, that the one, the exercise, some of you had some doubts. So you have here letter A, what is the ad for? What is the advertise for? What is the ad for? To advertise an interview, okay? And what is the advertisement for? To advertise an interview. Letter B, what are the qualifications needed? So if you see, if you read the ad, you have all the information. 16 years of relevant education. Letter C, what are the expectations? Okay, the planner must be hardworking and intelligent. Innovation and integrity are also expected. So all this information you have, you can check on this ad, okay? And letter D, when is the interview? So if you take a look in the end, March 18, okay? And letter E, at what time is the interview? From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., okay? So this is the end of our correction. And let's start the activity you need to send me, okay? For next week. If you take a look, we have here a teacher, okay? The teacher teaches the students. This sentence here is in the active voice, okay? We also have this in Portuguese. We start with the subject, we have a verb, okay, teaches, and we have the object, students, right? And if you will want to change this sentence here that is in the active voice, you have the passive voice. The passive voice is really simple. This example here is the passive voice in the simple present, okay? Because we have passive voice in all the tenses, in all the verb tenses. But this one, okay, we are gonna work with the simple present passive voice. The simple present, the passive voice is formed by, first you take the object, okay, the students, and you take the verb to be. As is in the simple present, we use are, okay? We have the students in the plural, in the simple present, are. And we take the verb, the main verb of the active voice, teaches, and we change into past participle, taught, okay? And by someone, the teacher. The passive voice, sorry, we are supposed to write who made or who did the action, okay? We give more importance to the person, to the people who did or who made the action, okay? To remember, isso aqui, by the teacher, não é obrigatório colocar, tá? Is optional, by the teacher. Or you can simply say the students. In this case, we are, in this example, you have to do that. But there are some examples that's not necessary, okay? The students are taught by the teacher. Let's see more things about the passive voice. A passive sentence consists of, first, guys, the subject, okay? The verb to be in the correct tense. Here in this example, are, because the sentence is in the simple present, okay? The past participle of the verb needed. So we have here taught is the past participle of the verb teach. okay? And sometimes the agent and or other complements. As I said, the agent is you are not obliged to say, okay? In sometimes, okay? So you have here subject plus verb to be in the correct tense, and the past participle. What is the past participle? Guys, if you see the dictionary, we have, if you go to a dictionary in English, for example, I'll take one for you to show you. Let me show you one. For example, you see here, my dictionary is very old. We have here, I know it's very small, but for example, let me choose a verb here. Um, let's see, a verb here. Okay, here, mock. Mock is a verb, right? So you have uh, both ways, three ways, okay? You have present, past, and past participle. If you check on your dictionary or online, you always have three forms. The third form, a terceira forma, vai sempre ser o past participle, ok? Então, fiquem sempre de olho que é sempre a terceira coluna, right? And finally, what is passive voice? In Portuguese, voz passiva, right? In active voice, the subject performs the action. Example, John hit the ball. In passive voice, the action is performed on the subject. The subject receives the action. So the same example here, the ball, we take the ball, was hit over the fence, for example, by John, if you prefer. Okay, guys? So in passive voice, the action is performed on the subject, right? So here we are supposed to practice the passive voice, right? Please take your box and go to page 98. We have the purple box here, this box. And the first one you have to do, observe the sentences and fill in the blanks with the missing information. We use what we use in the passive voice. You have all the information here because I have already explained it. You can take a look here and you complete in your box, or you can complete here, okay? Plus verb in and you write, okay? Can you find more examples in the following text? So here, if you take a look on this purple box, you have a text about a boy in America. You have to read the text here and underline the examples of passive voice in the text. Okay? It's a way to see the passive voice, examples of passive voice. Okay? So this is what you have to do on page 98, okay? After that, you have to YouTube and type that. Always hashtag like a girl emojis. So you have to watch that and answer. You're gonna watch a video, very fast one. It has 2 minutes and 10 seconds, really fast, right? And you have to think about the message of the video and answer. Do you think emojis can represent you? Why or why not? Okay. Letter B. You have to answer why, okay? Not only yes or no. You have to think about if it represents you or not. Letter B, do you think emojis limit girls or boys to stereotypes? If yes, why? Okay. Here there is a definition of stereotype, okay, que são os estereótipos, right? And you have to read and think about stereotype. Letter C, you have to change the following sentence. This sentence here appears on the video. Girls send over 1 billion emojis every day. You have to change that into passive voice, okay? You can change this sentence into passive voice here, okay, or in your books, no problem. But this is an exercise. There isn't in your books. I created that, so it's better to write to answer here, okay? Or if you are answering everything in your books, you can write like this, okay, in the beginning of the page, okay? So, but I prefer that you answer here on the activity, right? Here, if you go to page 99, we have a brown box, this one here, okay? You have some proverbs. Em português, os provérbios, right? So we have here the following famous proverbs in English use passive voice in their construction. Complete them with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. The road to hell, tanana, you have to complete with the verb to be plus pave with good intentions. In the passive voice, the first one is done for you. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. So this example here, you use passive voice in the simple present, okay? And you finish the other exercise. There are more. Let me see how many sentences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are more 5 sentences, okay? The other one, you are supposed to put the following sentences into passive voice. Letter A, the girl fixes her bike. You are supposed to think about and write here this sentence into passive voice, to change into passive voice, okay? This exercise, I created that so you don't have it in your books. You are supposed to do here in the activity, right? Letter B, my brother prepares a delicious cake. You have to change into passive voice. Letter C, her father and her mother do the dishes every day. You are supposed to change also in the passive voice. And letter D, it's your turn. You have to create and write a sentence about stereotype or equality, okay, using passive voice. Okay, as we are talking about men and women, occupation, equal pays, equal wages, okay, equality, stereotype, you are supposed to create a very nice sentence, okay, using passive voice, okay? Easy peasy. If you have any questions, you can tell me now, or you can send me your question in private, okay? So this is the end of our activity, okay? So please turn on your cameras. I'll stop sharing, right? Turn on your
Teacher,
cameras.
I have a
Yes.
question. What
Okay.
is women?
What? Sorry, let
What
me
is
just...
women?
Women or woman, right? Is a girl.
Ah.
Yeah, in the
Okay, okay.
plural and in the singular.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
right?
Teacher.
You're welcome, honey. So let's see all